Good morning, Standard 3. In today's class, we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 9. This chapter is about the use of as and not as. So in this chapter, we are going to see that how we use the word as and not as. We use the word as when we see similarities between two persons or things. Like Tim is 10 years old, Ravi is 10 too. So what are we understanding? That Tim is as old as Raj. The age is both similar. They are of same kind. But see the next part of the question. It says that but Ravi is 12. Over here but Ravi is 12 shows that Ravi is not as old as Tim, or Tim is not as old as Ravi. So when we use this word not as, we use this word not as when two things are not similar in kind. When the two things or person are not similar in kind, we use the word not as. Let's go to the next example. The bicycle is moving at 15 km per hour. The car is also moving at 15 km per hour. So bicycle and car both are moving at 15 km per hour. But the aeroplane is moving at 500 km per hour. So over here bicycle and car both are moving at 15 km per hour, but the aeroplane is moving at 500 km per hour. So we are going to write the answer as the bicycle is moving as fast as the car and the bicycle is not moving as fast as the aeroplane. The grey shirt has 4 buttons. The green shirt has 4 buttons too. So we can see that the grey shirt is also having the 4 buttons and green shirt is also having 4 buttons. So both are similar in kind. So we will write the sentence as the grey shirt has as many buttons as the green shirt, and the grey shirt does not have as many buttons as the striped shirt. So the striped shirt has only 3 buttons. So we are saying that the grey shirt does not have as many buttons as the striped shirt. So this is how we go on with the examples. Let's go on to the exercises. In the exercises we have exercise 3. So first thing that we will do in exercise 3 is similarly that we did the examples, like Tim's height is 1.30 meter, Raj's height is 1.30 meter. So both the height is given and both are same. Ravi's height is 1.3 meter. So using the word tall, we have to change the sentence. So what we are going to write is Tim is as tall as Raj because both are of the same height, and then we will write Tim is not as tall as Ravi. So this is how we are going to transform the sentences. Like Sita's height is 1.25 meter. Tom's height is 1.25 meter. So Sita and Tom, both their height are same only, of the similar kind. So we are going to use the word as. You will use the word as tall as, because this word tall is given in the bracket and we have to use this word tall to transform the sentence. So Sita is as tall as Tom. Next sentence will be Sita is not as tall as Radha. So the third person about whom we are talking, Radha, her height is 1.28 meter. Now next thing, Tim's weight is 38 kg. Tom's weight is 38 kg. Both their weight are same, and Ravi's weight is 42 kg. So we have to use the word heavy over here. So you will be writing Tim is as heavy as Tom and Tim is not as heavy as Ravi. Next one is first street is 7 meter wide, second street is 7 meter wide. So both the streets are 7 meter wide and the third street is 10 meter wide. So the first street is 7 meter and second street is 7 meter. They are similar. So what we are going to write is as wide as, and for the third street we will write not as wide as. So we will write first street is as wide as the second street and first street is not as wide as the third street. Going to the next one, an orange costs rupees 20, an apple costs rupees 20. So the cost is similar. So we are going to use the word expensive. So we will be using for the first sentence as expensive as. An orange is as expensive as an apple. But the next sentence will be an orange is not as expensive as a pair. So students, you don't have to write it just now. You just try to understand how the sentences are being transformed. So people who are of the same kind or things of the same kind, we are using the word as and then the word and again one as. But for the things or this person who are not similar, who are not showing similarity, we are using the word not as. Okay, this is how we are going to transform. For in this chapter you will be doing exercise 3, 4, 7 and 8. So now we are going to the next exercise, that is the fourth one. Prem has 2 pencils, Mohan has 2 pencils and Raj has 4 pencils. So what are we seeing is that Prem is having 2 pencils, Mohan is having 2 pencils, but Raj is having 4 pencils. Now see how we are going to transform the sentence. Prem has as many pencils as Mohan. Prem does not have as many pencils as Raj. So we are writing that how they are having different number of pencils or the same number of pencils. Maya has 1 bottle of ink. Suzanne has 1 bottle of ink. So both are same. So we are going to use the word as much as, and Radha has 2 bottles of ink. Maya has as much ink as Suzanne and Maya does not have as much ink as Radha. This is how we are going to transform the sentences that are given in A, B, C and D of exercise 4. Going to the next part, we have a passage given, that is the hare and the tortoise. So in the chapter the hare and the tortoise, we are going to read that a hare can run very fast, a tortoise moves very slowly. So we know that a hare runs very fast. What is a hare? A hare is a rabbit who runs very fast, and a tortoise is like a turtle who runs very slowly because it has a shell on its back and it is really very heavy to carry it. So it becomes very heavy for it to walk or run quickly. Next part we have, it cannot move as quickly as other animals. One morning, hare said to a tortoise, I can run faster than you. You are very slow animal. So what is this? Who is saying this? A hare is saying this. So yes, said the tortoise, I cannot run as fast as you, but let us have a race. I will race you and I will win. I will beat you. So who is saying this? These words are said by the tortoise. So the tortoise is saying that I can have a race with you and I can win also. Why? Because he had the spirit in him to win. You are foolish, said the hare. I will beat you easily. Let us race to that tree. Are you ready? Go. The tortoise began walking slowly towards the tree. So the tortoise began the race and it was walking a little slowly as it walks. He could not go fast, but he did not stop. He could not go fast, he could not run, but he did not stop. He kept on walking and walking. The hare laughed. I shall not hurry, he said. I shall lie down to have a little rest. Then I shall go after the tortoise and win the race. I can run faster than a tortoise. So he was very proud of himself that I can run very fast, so I don't need to run so fast. I can rest for a while and then I can join the race, and even then also I will be winning the race. Now next thing that we have is the hare lay down. The hare lay down and went to sleep. The tortoise moved slowly on. The sun climbed higher into the sky. The tortoise slowly moved nearer to the tree. But the hare was asleep. At last the hare woke up. Now I shall run to the tree and win the race. So now the hare is waking up and it is saying that now I shall go and complete my race and I will be winning my race. Now I shall run to the tree and win the race, he said. He ran quickly to the tree, but the tortoise was there. I am slow, said the tortoise, but I won the race. So what did this tortoise do? The tortoise kept walking and then it won the race. So over here we understand, and the moral of the story is slow and steady wins the race. So students, we should not be proud of ourselves. We should not be overconfident of the things that we can do easily, because sometimes people who become very confident or who are very proud of themselves have to face failures in life. Okay, so we should not be very proud of anything, or you should never be overconfident about anything. So after that you have answered the following questions. Which animal runs fast? A hare runs fast. Which animal moves slowly? A tortoise moves slowly. So all the answers will be given to you. You will just be writing in your notebook. You will write all the answers in your English language notebook, but before writing the answers, you will first copy all the questions and then write. Answers will be sent to you, but copy the questions serially and then you will be writing the answers. So next part, that is exercise 8, we have A, B and C. Which goes fastest? A bicycle, a car or an aeroplane? So we will be writing an aeroplane goes fastest. Which runs more quickly? A dog or duck? So we will write a dog runs more quickly than a duck. Who speaks more loudly? A person shouting or a person whispering? So a person shouting speaks more loudly than a person whispering. This is it with the Active English book chapter 9. Next we have Active English workbook chapter 9. So in this book you have to do page number 22 and 23. So this has to be done only in the Active English workbook. Do not do it in your English language notebook. The English language notebook work is to be done from the Active English book, not the workbook. Okay, so let us go. See, make sentences like the first one. So the first one is the box is heavy, the bag is heavy too. The word too is showing that both the things or both the person are of the similar kind. Whatever is being said about is of the similar kind. So we are using the word as. Okay. Tim is tall, Raj is tall too. Tim is as tall as Raj. Maya's marks were good, Prem's marks were good too. Maya's marks were as good as Prem's marks. So this is how you are going to do the words with similar meaning or similar kind. You will be writing as in it. Now we have not as. Okay, the red book is thick, the green book is very thick. The red book is not as thick as the green book. The first sum was hard, the second sum was very hard. The first sum was not as hard as the second sum. So this is how you're going to complete the 12 sentences. All these work will be sent to you. You just have to write it neatly in your books and notebooks respectively. After you complete it, make sure that you understand it. If you don't understand something, then revise it, re-watch the video and then read the chapter by yourself. Try to solve the exercises by yourself, because English language is nothing to learn. Okay, English language has nothing to learn. You have to understand it, and if you understand it well, you will be getting good marks in your examination. So students, complete this work. Thank you so much. I hope you will be completing this work and we will be meeting in the next class with the new chapter. Thank you so much.